70% of the world's hungry live in rural areas where they rely on agriculture to provide them with employment and food. But many small farmers lack the means to grow enough food for themselves or to get an income to provide for their families. It's no wonder that nearly 854 million people are undernourished today. By investing in agriculture, private investors can help small farmers and make a dramatic contribution to bettering the lives of people around the world. With just 9 years left to reach the Millennium Development Goals, only private sector investment will make a difference. Mozambique is still one of the poorest African nations, but today it's experiencing unprecedented growth. After 5 centuries of colonization, Mozambique gained independence from Portugal in 1975. Independence, but not freedom. The nation was left with civil war, hunger and landmines. Yes, Mozambique was free, but its people were suffering. Peace finally came, but natural disasters meant hard times continued. Agricultural reforms and private investment strategies can be thanked for the nation's turnaround.
The private sector is an engine for growth in Mozambique, in reality, since the peace agreement, in several sectors. The industrial sector, we have private sector working there. The agriculture also, as I have referred. And now we are putting the private sector working really hard also in infrastructures. And there we work together by private and public partnership. And we have also the private sector starting to work in education and health.
In programs like Pro-Agri, donors work together to put small farmers at the center of a flourishing agricultural and food processing sector. The Pequeños Limbobos Dam in Boani district was built by Italy in the 1980s. It's now an irrigation project supported by Pro-Agri. Today, farmers' associations that provide Greater Maputo with fruit and vegetables can get water. Small-scale farmers like these at the 25 September farm are the biggest investors in agriculture. The Union of General Growers in Maputo is a cooperative with 6,000 members. At the Primero de Mayo farm, Alberto Chongo, a quality control supervisor, is hired to assure rigorous food quality and safety conditions demanded by supermarkets. Encouraged by governments, supermarkets like ShopRite, a rapidly growing South African food market chain, rely on local farmers for an increasing amount of their products. By buying locally, ShopRite helps farmers earn a better wage. That means better lives and nutrition. 20 years ago, Mozambique's once dominant cashew industry was considered a lost cause. NGO TechnoServe believes that with investment, the industry can become globally competitive and help the country's rural poor. Today, 23 cashew processing plants in Mozambique employ 250 people each. At Masia Kaju in the Gaza province, this worker times himself to keep his productivity high. The nimble fingers of this worker are sensitive to the selection process between the 23 different grades of nuts. The best will fetch top prices on European markets, like Holland and Great Britain. In the sugar industry, Government investment has attracted private investors and international banks. That means local outgrowers can sell more cane. This industry, which has grown tenfold since the peace agreement, now employs 30,000 workers. In Mozambique, agriculture has reduced poverty by 15%. If everywhere in the world farmers are helped to do what they do best, rural economies would grow dramatically. If public and private sectors cooperate, providing infrastructure, water, roads, power and communications, agriculture will thrive and the whole world will profit.